There are moments when life feels heavy, when the weight of financial struggle presses against your chest like a storm that refuses to pass. You pray, you work, and still the breakthrough seems just out of reach. But deep within you there is a voice, soft, patient, and steady, whispering, "Do not give up. The blessing is already forming. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. The divine presence that breathed life into you has not turned away from your need. It is preparing your miracle in silence." The world may measure wealth by numbers, but heaven measures it by faith. Every time you choose to believe, every time you trust that something unseen is working in your favor, you open a door for abundance to flow in ways you could never imagine. You are being prepared for overflow. The Spirit of peace is shaping your story, teaching you to rest even when your hands are empty. Because emptiness is the canvas of creation. When your heart remains open in the middle of lack, you are standing at the threshold of divine provision. Whisper this prayer in your heart: "Source of all goodness, open the gates of abundance. Let peace reign in my home, and let my hands receive what they have faithfully sown." These are not just words, they are seeds. Every time you speak them, the unseen soil of your life begins to shift. New opportunities rise where none existed. Unexpected favor finds your path. Your thoughts begin to align with provision instead of fear. This is the moment you begin to attract your financial miracle, not by chasing it, but by becoming still enough to let it find you. Faith is magnetic. Gratitude is fuel. When you combine them, miracles respond. The divine order of life begins to move resources, people, and timing for your good. You may not see it yet, but the current has changed direction. The tide is turning in your favor. All that you've lost, all that has been delayed, all that seemed withheld, is being gathered for a divine release. Breathe deeply. Feel that peace. That's the sign that your prayer has been heard. You don't need to repeat it in fear. Just rest in knowing that it is done. Faith does not beg, it thanks. Say softly, "Thank you for the miracle that is already on its way." Let your heart expand with gratitude until fear has no place left to hide. The more you thank, the more you attract. The more you trust, the more you receive. Abundance begins as a vibration in your spirit long before it becomes a number in your hand. You were not created to live in scarcity. You were created to reflect the generosity of heaven. And heaven is never poor. Look at creation, the endless stars, the oceans that never run dry, the earth that continues to provide. You are part of that same abundance. The same hand that feeds the sparrow and paints the sky is guiding your steps toward provision. Every delay is a setup for a double portion. Every challenge is polishing your character to hold greater blessings. You are closer than you think. Keep your eyes lifted, your heart steady, and your faith alive. Your financial miracle is not coming, it's unfolding right now. There is a sacred rhythm to divine timing. What looks like waiting is often preparation. What feels like lack is often alignment. When you pray for abundance, heaven does not only give resources, it builds capacity. You are being stretched so you can hold more without breaking. The prayer that brings breakthrough is not desperate, it is surrendered. When you release control and allow peace to take root, you begin to live as someone who already possesses everything they need. That energy attracts more of what you affirm. Say to yourself, "I am a vessel of divine provision. I walk in favor. I live in overflow." These words are powerful because they reshape the way you see your reality. You stop looking for miracles outside of you and begin to see that abundance was written within you all along. The Spirit that gives life also gives wisdom, and wisdom is the currency of increase. When you begin to listen to that quiet guidance, the intuition that says wait, the nudge that says act, the whisper that says Trust, you step into divine flow. In that flow, lack dissolves, and what you need begins to move toward you naturally. Every act of gratitude strengthens your connection to that flow. Every time you choose generosity, even in small ways, you declare that you trust the source to refill you. This is how the cycle of divine economy works: give with peace, receive with humility, and repeat with joy. The world may tell you to hoard, to worry, to chase, but heaven tells you to rest, to release, to believe. The moment you shift from fear to faith, you become a magnet for miracles. Your finances begin to respond not only to effort, but to energy. You radiate trust, and opportunities sense it. The right doors begin to open. The right people appear. The right ideas come at the right moment. You will look back and realize that nothing was random. Every delay was divine timing. Every detour was protection, and every prayer was heard. Your financial miracle was never lost. It was simply waiting for you to believe you were worthy of it. So now, speak life over your circumstances. Say it clearly. I am ready for my financial miracle. I am aligned with divine abundance. I receive freely, and I give freely. Feel how those words lift your heart. They are not just affirmations, they are declarations of identity. You were not made to live in limitation. You were made to demonstrate divine overflow, peace that cannot be bought, faith that cannot be shaken, and joy that cannot be stolen. This is what true prosperity feels like. It is not about the size of your account, but the condition of your heart. When your heart is rich in gratitude, your life begins to reflect it in visible ways. Bills get paid, doors open, burdens lift, and favor follows you quietly but powerfully. The Spirit moves through your obedience, through your patience, through your continued belief that miracles still happen. And they do, especially when you speak them, and live as though they are already here. Keep this truth close: you are already being provided for in ways you may not yet understand. Your miracle is not in the future, it is forming right now. Now, as you breathe deeply and feel peace spreading through your being, understand this: you are already connected to the source of all provision. The same divine power that created the universe flows through you, guiding every step toward abundance. You are not separate from your blessing, you are part of its creation. When you pray and believe, the vibration of your faith reaches places your hands cannot. It speaks to the unseen. It commands light to move where darkness once lingered. And in time, the results appear not as luck, but as divine alignment. The verse that says, "Ask and you shall receive," is not a promise for the few, it is a truth for all who trust. So today, ask with gratitude, not fear. Speak your desire with calm assurance, knowing that heaven delights in your faith. Say gently, "I receive divine provision now. I walk in peace. I live in overflow." Let that declaration echo through your soul. Feel how your heart begins to lighten, your shoulders relax, your mind settles. That is the beginning of manifestation. The moment you move from anxiety to assurance. Your financial miracle may not appear in the way you expect. It may come through new ideas, new connections, or even through lessons that teach you to value what you already have. Sometimes the blessing is disguised as patience. Other times it arrives as unexpected favor. Stay open, stay grateful. The Spirit knows the fastest road to your breakthrough, even when you don't. Keep trusting, even when you can't trace the outcome. The unseen is working in your favor. And when the door opens, and you will realize that every moment of waiting had purpose. You will stand in awe of how perfectly everything aligned. The debt paid, the opportunity offered, the peace restored. You will lift your hands not in surprise, but in gratitude, because deep down you knew it all along. Faith never fails. What you speak in belief becomes your reality in time. Speak prosperity, speak peace, Speak favor, and let your words become bridges to your blessing. So now rise with confidence. Walk with joy. Live like the one whose miracle has already arrived. Let your actions reflect your faith. Smile at the future, because it is already blessed. You are surrounded by divine favor, clothed in peace, and guided by grace. Nothing can stop what has been prepared for you. No fear, no doubt, no delay can undo what faith has already set in motion. The financial breakthrough you prayed for is no longer a dream. It is your new reality. Breathe it in. Thank the divine source for it. Use it to bless others. Let abundance flow through you, not just to you. For this is the secret of unending provision. Those who give from fullness never run empty. You are now living in overflow, not because of chance, but because you chose faith over fear, gratitude over worry, peace over pressure. This is your moment. This is your miracle. Live it. Speak it. Believe it. For it is already done.